and welcome to Long Beach Community Television. I'm your host today for a show about gold and silver and quicksilver. It's called Map Man of Long Beach, and this is the Map Man of Long Beach, Gerald Anderson.
Thank you, Ed. I've always been interested in map making, and well, my hobby has been looking for gold and the maps and identifying the areas where gold was discovered here in California. These maps actually show the location of quicksilver mines, which were integral to the development of gold mining here in California. Actually, the history goes back to the Spanish, what do they call those, conquistadors when they came up here, the Padres, and they're the ones that discovered the quicksilver areas, and they are detailed in this map over here. Let me get up for just a second. Most of the quicksilver in California is located in this area here, and down through here. But there are large areas of California where quicksilver is evident. It's called cinnabar, and what they do when they process that, the ore is actually brought over to a furnace, and it is heated, and then the mercury is condensated out of that, and then shipped. In the case of these areas here, actually the quicksilver, the mercury is actually shipped down to Mexico, and was used in the mining of silver down there. So quicksilver played a very important part of the gold mining industry here in California. Now the mother lode country is right over here in this area here, and we'll show that later.
Whatever stimulated your interest in gold and silver maps?
Well, I was a map maker in the service. I was in the 57 Fighter Group up there in Alaska at a time when they were converting from P-51s to the F-80s. And we were in the process of detailing landing GCA landing approach patterns. So the jets were very new at that time. And but anyway, that's a little background on. And of course, there was gold mines in the Anchorage area too.
Yeah, I understand. I understand that the history of gold mining goes back about 160 years in California. Can you tell us something about that?
Well, during that time frame, the U.S. government sent individuals from the U.S. Army Corps of Topographical Engineers. Their duty, they were surveyors, and they came out here and actually detailed all the early maps that we have of record. And we do have one or two of those to show you. And this was just before before the gold was discovered. Their headquarters was in Monterey. And one of the generals of the Civil War, I think his name was Sheridan, was in charge of things there, and he was part of the here we have a map showing that. Actually, if you look at that map, you'll see that the engineers actually detailed about 150, 200 miles of terrain, and it's amazing how accurate they got it. And this is actually men going out with transits and field people and detailing maps like that. It's just amazing that they were able to get that, how do you say it, that detailed.
Yes, it is, when you consider how many mountains and how many valleys and everything else that make up a place like California, and deserts. Let's not forget deserts. Yeah, but you know what I'd like to know is, where's the mother lode country?
Well, okay, now we show a map of the route that what you would take if you were leaving the East Coast and then going down through by boat through down through the southern part of South America, and then up towards San Francisco. The mother lode country, I can show you on this map here, is right here. Incidentally, this is a geologic map of California, and it details the different minerals, rocks, and minerals. But anyway, the mother lode is right in here. This is right here, and this, incidentally, is this quicksilver area, and there's
the purple one.
The purple one, yeah. And down here in Santa Barbara County, you have some more. Actually, I found some cinnabar on a trip through here. It was in a cut in the by the roadside, and frankly, I was a little surprised to see it. Actually, it's a red color mineral, and it's a very dark. It's a red, almost about this red here. You can't miss it.
Yeah, and I understand William Randolph Hearst bought his estate, his 50,000 acre estate, because it had cinnabar on it.
That's right.
For 50 cents an acre.
Right, cheap price too at the time.
Yeah.
Well, that whole area, actually, that's this area here, and well, roughly right on through here. So that whole area, it's spotted, but there's quite a bit of quicksilver.
How available is gold and silver in California?
Well, we have a map over here showing the location of the gold districts, and as you see,
Whoops, there goes your...
there goes our microphone here.
Oh, man.
That's all right, I can carry it. There we go. Anyway, these are the gold districts, and there's a lot of them, as you can see. Even down here in Southern California, here's Azusa and Mount Gleason. You'll find, these had to be important gold districts. In other words, where they maybe 8 or 10 men at least were actually mining for gold and producing some gold ingots. Today, the primary, there are still operating gold mines in California, and they're mostly located up and through here, and then there's one or two on the way to Las Vegas. You can see the mine from the freeway. All right, let me get this back here. Next question. Gold being as valuable as it is today, naturally, a lot of people are interested in going out and panning for gold, which is the other part of this talk. There's plenty of gold out there, and I would say that your likelihood of finding gold is better than doing anything on the lottery. You know, you're going to make a lot more money if you know where to go and if you know what to look for. You'll do much better panning for gold than you will on playing the lottery.
Well, I tried it one time up on the San Gabriel River, and that definitely made me decide to get a job.
It's very hard work, and it's very cold work. You better have some heavy felt boots or waterproof boots there when you're working in the water. But there's a lot of activity up north. You hardly ever hear about it. You know where to go. And that's important because most of the areas are, like in the center of the state here and some of these other areas, you'll never find gold there. But if you know where the gold was, and especially in the gold mining districts, your chances of finding some gold is pretty good, better than average.